Picture this, it's 2029, and the world's teetering on the edge of a tech-fueled meltdown like a smartphone battery at 1% during a boss fight. Society's ripping itself apart over AI debates raging hotter than a server farm on overdrive, with protests turning into full-on riots. Gender divides, racial tensions, compliance nightmares, it's all bubbling up into a cauldron of chaos. Enter Akira Hangami, our wide-eyed high school protagonist who's already got enough baggage to qualify for emotional carry-on fees. Orphan young in a tragic car crash that snuffed out his parents, he's been crashing at the home of his dad's old buddy Professor Kazuya, a brilliant, rumpled scientist who's equal parts mad genius and surrogate dad, complete with dad jokes that land like wet noodles. Akira's not just surviving, he's got this spark, this quiet fire that draws people in. And oh boy, does it draw in Towasa, the girl who's got his heart in a vice grip. Tawasa's no damsel, she's fierce, thoughtful, with eyes that could melt steel and a laugh that echoes like a promise. The romance blooms against this apocalyptic backdrop, all stolen glances in crowded hallways and whispered confessions under neon-lit skies. But fate's a cruel director, and episode 0 wastes no time cranking the drama to 11. One fateful night, amid the AI-fueled uprising, an assassin's bullet slices through the air like a bad plot twist you saw coming but couldn't dodge. Akira, in pure hero mode, throws himself in front of Towasa. The shot hits home, and suddenly everything goes black. Hugh the cold sleep chamber Kazu's last-ditch Hail Mary, freezing Akira in stasis as the world outside burns. Fast forward 200 years, because why not skip the boring apocalypse montage, and bam, Akira's eyes flutter open to a nightmare-wrapped in futuristic foil. The cities. Crumbled skeletons of steel and regret. The nations. United under some shadowy mega-org that's more big brother than benevolent savior. Humanity's clinging on by its fingernails, scavenging in the ruins while androids roam like ghosts from a forgotten upgrade. The vibe. It's electric, dread-laced with fragile hope, like waking up from a nap to find your cozy apartment's now a post-apocalyptic bunker party. Big moments hit like gut punches, that raw, tear streak goodbye with Towasa before the freeze, the heart-stopping slow-mo of the bullet's path, and the Akira's first disoriented gasp in the future, staring at a horizon that's equal parts wonder and wreckage. Characters pop off the screen: Akira's earnest vulnerability, Tawasa's unyielding spirit, Kazuya's weary wisdom, and the overall pulse. A throbbing mix of heartfelt coming-of-age and sci-fi thriller that leaves you breathless, whispering, what fresh hell is this? But wait, there's more. The first look teaser tacked on at the end dangles just enough carrot to hook you deep. We glimpse Yugure, this enigmatic android who looks here like a grown-up Towasa, her synthetic eyes locking onto Akira with a gaze that's half recognition, half riddle. Whispers of rebuilt societies, forbidden loves across human-machine lines, and a war that's far from over. It's the kind of cliffhanger that has you slamming your cafe table, spilling your latte, yelling, no, not yet. P.A. works, those wizards of wistful wonder, pull out all the stops for Dusk Beyond the End of the world, and episode 0 is a feast for the eyes that'd make even the most jaded otaku swoon. The art style? Pure poetry in pixels, a lush blend of hyper-detailed cyberpunk grit and ethereal, almost watercolor soft futurism that screams anniversary special for their 25th bash. Backgrounds are the real MVPs. There's 2029 Tokyo streets pulse with life, rain-slicked alleys reflecting holographic ads like shattered dreams, while the post-war ruins 200 years hence. Jaw-dropping desolation twisted rebar clawing at smog-choked skies, overgrown vines reclaiming skyscraper husks in verdant rebellion. It's got that signature P.A. works glow, where every frame feels hand-painted with care, turning mundane moments like Akira into Tawasa's hand-holding stroll into intimate vignettes that tug at your soul strings. Animation-wise, it's fluid as a well-oiled servo. Character movements carry this natural weight, from the subtle quiver in Akira's hand as he confesses his fears to the explosive chaos of the right sequence, where bodies surge like a digital tidal wave. The cold sleep awakening. Chef's kiss, slow, disorienting pans over frost-cracked chambers, Akira's breaths fogging the glass in sync with your own held in ale. Color palette shifts masterfully too, from the warm amber hues of youthful romance to the cold blues and rusty oranges of dystopian despair, evoking that perfect Nugi no Sukara melancholy but cranked up with sci-fi sheen. That said, if I'm nitpicking, and hey, we're friends here, so I will, gently, the CG integration for those android previews in the first look feels a tad stiff, like a beautiful ballerina dancing with a robot who forgot the choreography. It's not jarring, but in a show this visually poetic, those seams peek through just enough to remind you it's 2025 tech, not 2025 magic. And the riot crowd scenes? Ambitious as hell, but a few animation shortcuts make the extras blend into a faceless mob a smidge too much. Still, it's minor league compared to the home runs elsewhere. Think of it as a one-off keynote in an otherwise flawless symphony. Overall, it's gorgeous enough to frame and hang on your wall, leaving you gushing over every cell like it's a lost Studio Ghibli gem. Hugh, if episode 0 is the appetizer, sign me up for the full course feast. Dusk Beyond the End of the world has me utterly obsessed, like the first hit of caffeine after a con all-nighter. The overall feels. An intoxicating cocktail of nostalgia for lost innocence and pulse-pounding curiosity about what's lurking in the shadow tomorrow. Akira's journey from heartbroken teen to reluctant time traveler tugs hard at the heart. It's got me rooting for him like he's my own little bro fumbling through the end times. What's got me hooked hardest? That gut-wrenching romance with Towasa. It's tender without being sappy, a beacon in the storm that makes the sci-fi stakes feel achingly personal. And Yugure sees. Oh man, the human-android love triangle potential is chef's kiss chaotic. Will it be heartfelt redemption or tragic echo? I'm crossing every finger and toe for deep dives into the ethics of AI souls, epic rebuild montages that blend hope with horror, and more of those quiet, character-driven beasts that PA works just better than anyone. Don't drop the ball on the world building, folks. Give us those lore crumbs without info dumping, and this could be the full sleeper hit that redefines sci-fi romance. Bottom line, if you're craving a story that wraps you in electric vibes, breaks your heart a little, and leaves you staring at the ceiling plotting fan theories still dawn, dive in. Grab your iced matcha, pull up a chair. Hell, let's reconvene at that cafe next week for episode 1 rants. This one's got legs, and I'm all in for the long haul. What's your take, Team Towasa forever, or Yugure curvable? Spill.